Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, I'm in a bit of limbo at the minute, waiting for parts, mainly for the Enfield. I've got the seat that's gone off to the trim centre. Hopefully we'll get that back very soon. I'm waiting for inner tube so I can put the tyres on the wheels, because I want to get the front end completely finalised and finished. The little brackets that we made with the flagging and stuff like that, Alex has got that at the powder coaters. He's going to try and get on them as quick as possible. With the front wheel and everything, that ticks the front end off the bike. So yeah, just waiting for stuff. I'd like to get the seat on, but obviously that's at the trim centre. I want to get it more or less all these little bits done, and then I can completely 100% focus on the engine. KX, again, I'm waiting for bits. The brake pressure switches seem to have completely and utterly gone missing. Thank you to the postage system. Either someone's helped themselves to them, or they've sat under someone's seat in a post van or something slipped down, which sometimes does happen. You know, they do their rounds and sometimes they put the postage on the passenger seat ready to just jump out and stuff falls down. It does happen. I've known it to happen. We've had it where, because Tracy does a lot of posting, so she has the great big posting sacks delivered that they put in the mailboxes. So she just fills them up because all her postage system's on the computer. But we've found other people's mails in their mailbags before, like donkeys old. So yeah, this is how your postage gets lost. Anyway, KX, I'm going to do a couple of jobs on this while we're sort of floating around in between things. One I've got to do is take the handlebars off. I'll explain that in a moment, but let's see where we've got to so far. I had a friend over yesterday I haven't seen for a long time, so we had a jolly old catch up while I was doing a bit of wiring on the bike, and of course he helped, which is always nice. So we've got this, haven't we? I've shortened the wires to this now, so we're going to have the battery sat in there. The wires line up to it nicely. There's a couple more that are going to be connected to the battery. This is the one that's going to the switch. So let's go over to the bike. Oh, we've got the horn. I think I'll do that today as well. So over to the bike. We've got the harness pretty much in place that we've made. I've still got a little bit of tidying up to do there. So the back light's connected. We've got a permanent live here. I'll say I've got to have a permanent live for the brake light on both front and rear switches, and also the horn. Everything else is going to be turned on by a switch, which I'm waiting for as well. What is it with the post these days? I think it's too cold for them and they don't want to get out of their vans. I don't know. Postage just seems to be taking ages these last couple of weeks. Maybe it's just getting over the Christmas chaos, I don't know. Anyway, we've also got this is the sorry, putting the camera in a rubbish spot. This is the Optimate lead, again got inline fuse. So I've put the other end of the plug up the front of the bike for a couple of reasons. Anyway, I'll get that battery back in there in a minute. Let's go around to the front of the bike. So these are the wires that I've got coming through. This is for brake lights, powering the switch, earthing everything, horns, power, and these are going to be to the main switch. That little thin wire goes to the fuse box. This will end up being in the switch and that will turn the fuse box on. We've got the Optimate plug here, which I'm just going to strap up to a cable, one of the cables. So one, it's easy to get to charge the battery up now and again, and two, just for emergencies, just for a little bit of backup. I believe you can get USB plugs for them that you can plug straight in. Ideal if a camera's gone dead, more importantly, or your phone's gone dead. Not really fussed about my phone, because when I go off into the mountains it's nice to escape everything. So yeah, but you know, you might encounter problems and you really do need your phone, as and when you can get signal in some of these places. Do you find signals getting worse in this country? Because everyone I talk to is constantly like shouting down the phone, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Yeah, signal seems to be absolute rubbish, but never mind. The first job I'm going to do on this in a moment is remove the handlebars. So look at the length of these bolts from the risers. I have noticed they are starting, as you can see that GoPro blur, they are starting to wear through cables, which is absolutely no good whatsoever, especially now I've got more wires coming up in that area. So as you look at this bolt here, it comes over and starts dragging the cables. Same over here. That way, look, straight onto the cable. And you can see where obviously the flap on that one, where it started to tear through it. So that's going to be my first job, with that being a proper safety thing. Actually, I need to get the bars off, measure what I've got to take off, then put them back on, so all we can see is these nuts. So let's do that first. Right. Got a bit of a scuff on this top yoke as well. Hey, the nature of the bike, it's close to impossible to find one without a few battle scars, and no doubt I'll be adding to it as well. I don't know why these are so long, unless they, I wonder if they had some risers on them before, some distance pieces, maybe. I'm determined not to drop this nut. Ooh, gotcha. Right, let's get the other one off and then we'll get these cut down. I perhaps should have undone these before I took the handlebars off, shouldn't I? Never mind, bit of wood. This one's trying to spin on me, I couldn't hold it. There we are. Way too long. Right, simplest way is just grind them off, I think. They're in trouble. I don't think these are stainless. So I'll just actually blob a bit of paint on the end just to give it a bit of a chance from rotting. Then spun back on. I've left them loose till I get the bars on, and I'll tighten them up. get them even as well. It's annoying when they're tilted and one side's got a massive gap and the other one's nearly closed up. That's better. I'll do these back up now. There we go. No great big long threaded bit hanging down. Severing through cables. That's better. Right, moving forward a little bit, I have had some items turn up, which is good. So I've got the switch. It stated in the advert that it's waterproof. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll say that, you won't see it with the camera, but down the edges of that switch I can see inside it. We'll just have to see how it goes. It was only a cheapo switch, to be honest, so... Oh, who's that? Hello? You're right down there, mate. Hey? You're right down there, pal. He's after a biscuit, ain't you? You're after a biscuit. We'll sort one out in a minute. So yeah, I'm going to get this on, wire it in, and yeah, just continue, keep going till it's done. Hopefully we'll have some more bits turn up, because I think they're all coming different means of post, so hopefully we may have some more stuff turn up today. We'll see how that goes. Right, this is just for the on-off switch. Going to solder this up. Tuck them up there. These two wires are for the horn. One's direct to the horn and one's into the handlebar switch. It's just trying to do everything so it's got enough slack so it doesn't get pulled tight when turning the handlebars, and then trim enough not so I ain't got wires trailing everywhere. That's an easy loop that can sit down there then. That's all relaxed. Try turning the bars, nothing pulls tight, so that's all good. Right, these orange ones are for the brake light switch at the front. What's that? That's to live the other light switch up, and that's an earth. Right. Yeah, I think that's as far as I can take the front bit at the minute. I'll say I'm waiting for some waterproof plugs, which I'm going to run all that through, and I've got the kill switch to do as well, which is that one and that one. So we've got the original kill switch that's on the bike, so I've got to sever that off and then link that up so we're using the kill switch in the new handlebar switch. Right, next. So I've tucked all these wires in nicely now. I think that's as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to drop the battery back in. Got to link this one up here. This is the switch wire. If I can see what I'm doing. That's it. Just making sure the sleeves are definitely over everything. Right, they've got a... How shall I have them? In fact, let's have them coming up through there. Yes, all them wires have got to go into the fuse box there. That's it, they can stay under there. That to that. This is my charging cable. That should have gone under there. That's it. That's about right. Yeah, I think all that can be linked up now actually. A couple of these are going to be shortened. Yeah, right, I'm just going to get that linked up. I'll connect the battery first. We're going to find the screws wherever I've put them. And then we'll get all these in the fuse box. I say I can always have a final mess about with it all if I'm unhappy with anything. Right, it's yellow and white. So the fuse box has got plus. So we've got live and earth basically on there. So I've got the white and the yellow's got to go into a live feed. And the rest is in the air. We'll get a screwdriver that fits. Screwdriver sorted. Poor excuse for a screwdriver. It was about that long, but I had it in my back pocket and I sat on it. Snapped it in half. Right, that's for... In fact, I could shorten that a bit. Yeah, shorten that. No point in having it too long, is there? Yellow's alive. Can't get me fat fingers into that. That's the one. That's it. like I say, I can tidy it up a bit more if I need to, but I think we're about there with that. And I've got one spare. Just get that done up. There we go, it's in. That battery strap, I don't hold much hope for that. It should be alright. It's a little bit thin. We'll see how it goes. But that is complete under there now. Everything joined up that needs to be joined up. I think I will get a rubber boot for that, just to cover it, although it's impossible. It can't physically slide this way, and the seat base is plastic. We'll see. Right, that's as far as I can take this now. So we're waiting for the waterproof plugs. I have got a box of them coming, because some will be handy when I'm wiring the Enfield up as well. I might as well put nice quality plugs on there as well. Right, where are we then? So what we've got left to do, obviously wait for the plugs, like I say, for all these wires. We've got the horn to wire up. These two are for the front brake light switch, which will fit up here on the master cylinder there. Have I got a switch? Where is it? The switches did come, by the way. So here we go. So these have got them normal plugs on the end, which I will swap out for the waterproof ones. But this, I may have to move my handguard a little bit. It can be adjusted actually, because I think it's going to end up colliding with that. Same with the back. I'll go and modify the back, I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, I think if I slide the handguard that way a bit, we should be okay. If I have to, you know, we'll do a little cutout in there if we do have to. We'll see how that goes. So that's pretty much what's got to be done to the front, and then we'll tie it all in. We've got to change the kill switch, obviously, because it's gonna have it's got the one in the switch on the bars now. Let's put that down a minute. So up here we've got the on-off switch then, so that'll turn the lights on. That'll then live this switch up through the fuse box here and the relay, and then we're on to just the iron low beam on there and the horn. So the horn and the brake light is the permanent live, because obviously I want all that working without having to switch all the lights on. So that's on a separate line with an inline fuse coming out of here, and the rest of it is through the fuse box there. So when we flick this switch, that lights the fuse box up. If you have a look, there we go. And then with that, we should have a backlight now anyway. That's yeah, there we go, that's all working. So yeah, that switch lights the fuse box, that puts the lights on, and then we're over to the iron low beam on there. I've put a little bit of rubber over there for now. Like I say, it physically cannot move, and the seat base is plastic, but I think I will get one of them little red rubber boots over there anyway. But for now I've just put that there. I say it cannot go anywhere, it's physically impossible. Right, so let's take a look at the back brake then. So obviously this is the wiring I've just brought down to here. I think what I'll be doing is trimming that right back up here now and running this all the way up there, and then we can put a waterproof connector right up there out the way and connect it up. This guard here, it's only plastic. I think I might have to just modify that a tiny bit, just take a bit of a scoop out of there for this to clear, which ain't gonna harm anything, it'll be all fine. But yeah, just a little tiny scoop just to go around that, and then obviously that'll come out, and this wire will tuck in these and go up there and plug in up there. So I can't do it, I can't put the plug on this because there's absolutely no space in there at all, so it's got to go down here, got no choice. But it'll be fine. Yeah, so we're nearly done. It's nearly there at last. For such a simple job, well, I'll call it simple, it took a while, it has, but I think it'd be fine. I'm happy with it. I've got it as neat as possible and as safe as possible, so I think it'll be all right. So next, not sure, it's whatever lands through the letterbox first really, or if I get a call off Alex the powder coater for them little brackets that I've had done. The seats, like I say, did I mention that earlier? The seats at the trim centre for the bobber, may get that back tomorrow. We can get that fitted. Waiting for inner tubes, which I thought would have been here 2 days ago, but they're not. Let's hope they haven't gone missing in the post. So as soon as they're here, we can get the tyres on both wheels, we can get the front wheel in, and just keep plodding away with it. When I've got all these little bits done, we will then be sorting out the engine, which I'm looking forward to. I'm very much looking forward to that, because I reckon it's going to look cracking. The way I've got it in my mind, I think it's going to look fantastic. Anyway, that'll do. It's late and it's getting cold. I'm fed up with this winter. I really am. I want the spring here now. I don't like these cold evenings or mornings. So, and hopefully we'll get some free time to get out on this Kawasaki and have a bit of fun for a change. Anyway, thanks again everybody for all the comments, all the support. It's very, very much appreciated. It really is. And yeah, you help keep this thing going, so I appreciate you all immensely. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.